Portugal is one of the countries you can actually move with a job seeker visa. When I say a job seeker visa, it's a country you can actually move there before you start looking for jobs. I've spoken about this before, but most of you are actually requesting for more details about how you can use the Portugal job seeker visa. Now, Portugal is a country, when we speak about, let's say, less expensive European countries, Portugal is one of them. It's a country you can actually go and live on a very minimal expenses. Okay, so it's a good place to start if you're looking to move into the Schengen area. And giving you more information about the job seeker visa, how you can go about it, I'll take you onto the website and try some with you. I will illustrate how you can actually use it. What are the requirements? What are some of the things you need to get before you can actually apply for the job seeker visa in Portugal? A pathway that gives you a certain period of time in a particular country to look for a job, and when you find the job, your current employer will actually sponsor you. So instead of staying back home and looking for the job, which is more harder, this one you are moving to the country, and some countries will give you 6 months, give you up to 6 months. Some countries will give you up to 12 months. It depends on the country. But today we're talking about Portugal. It's easier because they don't really require so much. You don't need any Ielts, you don't need any sponsorship, you don't need any employment letter, you don't need any job offer, you don't need all these things. So it makes it easier to move on to the employment ladder and yet not show all these requirements. And that makes it very interesting to use because it's faster, and if you get your things in order, that means you could move to Portugal in just a period of, let's say, a month, if everything is okay with your documentation and all that, because the visa processing period is just 1 to 15 days. You get what I'm saying? So it's a very good pathway to move to the country and actually use it to look for a job in the country.
So before we get into it, let's look at some of the requirements you need to get onto the job seeker visa. And number one is your passport. It should have for at least 3 months beyond the duration of your intended stay. You should have your visa application filled, okay, and then in your passport there should be at least 2 blank spaces to get your visa. Now after that, there should be a passport size photo, a traveling insurance which is covering 30,000 euros. Okay, so you can get this online. You can depending on the country, you can find one and get. You do have to get your flight reservation. It doesn't have to be a paid one. Okay, you should get just flight reservation, and like I said, you don't have to pay for it. Something to show that indeed you are willing to go. A proof of finance, that's to say means of getting and staying in the country, and it states here that it shouldn't be less than 2,280 euros, depending on the duration, like how long you want to stay over there and look for jobs actually. So you see, all this information is there for you. The criminal record, you go to your the country you are, you go to the police station, they can get you a criminal report. Okay, your cover letter or your motivational letter, why you want to go look for jobs in Portugal and so on. All that is being stated there for you. So if you go to the website, it equally gives you more information. I'll take you there, so just stick around. Now, this is Portugal, and it's a nice country. It's a very beautiful place to live, very peaceful, very, very nice, and it's also low in crime. Like the crime rate is very low, and also moving there to find jobs could open doors for you in so many ways. That's to say, you have access to the Schengen area, and you can travel around all the 26 countries without having to acquire additional visa and so on. So moving on to you getting the application form and so on, this is where you come to, and it will give you more information about the job seeker visa. As it says, it's a holder to enter the remain only in Portugal for the purpose of looking for a job, authorized for 128 days, which you can also extend for additional 60 days. The information you need before you start your application is actually here, so you just have to go on, read on and on. Moreover, the general documentation you need is also there, and you can see the number one is the national visa application form. So, and you click on this particular link, it will take you to how where you can actually fill the form, and this is how the form actually looks like. You can fill it online, or you can choose to print it out and fill it and sign it. You actually have to do that. Okay, so when you come, it asks for your surname. So all that is there. If your name was different from what they gave you at birth, you can indicate that place of birth, your sex, a lot of information about you, like it's all about you. So your nationality, the type of document you're using to apply, and so on. So all the information here is for you to fill. Okay, your passport numbers if you've traveled to other places before, and so on. Everything is actually on. Everything is there for you, whether you've done a fingerprint with a Schengen country before or not. Everything, your telephone numbers and all that. So you see, the form is very straightforward. It asks you for what it needs. You just have to put it there, and yeah, you can move on to the next page if everything is correct. So make sure you're putting in the right spelling and everything, because if your visa have like wrong spellings, then it's not for you. Okay, so you then finish and go to declaration, and you can submit your application. Some of the jobs you can actually get as a result of staying in Portugal I've listed some of them over here for you, so you can use it as a guide. If you're a bartender, waiters, team leader, customer support, like healthcare, accountant, and so on. Most of these jobs actually require people to work for them in Portugal. So if you're moving there, so if your job it's part of the jobs that they are high demand, that means you can find a job in a quicker space. Okay, guys. So yeah, this is the guide. Go through it, and if you're interested, do apply.
Portugal job seeker visa is what I've spoken about today. It's the job seeker visa is here to help you to move to Europe the easier way. So take advantage. And guys, if any question, leave it in the comment section. I'm here for you guys. Okay, I'm here 24/7. The interesting thing is, guys, I have brought another ebook that is actually guiding you on how to study abroad, what you need, how to go about applying for universities, a sample of how to write your cover letters and all that. Just go onto the link, grab one for yourself and read it, understand the process, because I believe it will help you if you're to apply to study in any country at all. I've given you websites and so on. Go and get one for yourself. So it was your time with Celline, and so till we meet again, I need you to subscribe if you have not yet done so. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I love you guys. So you live long where you belong, and you do no wrong. It was your time with Celline.